Found myself a cheerleader. Woohoo! Welcome aboard. How is everybody? Welcome to the terrestrial radio world, the Pacific Northwest, my international peeps. Sue Lundquist here with the Gratitude Café. I am so happy to see you. We have had some changes. The website, the branding, we've got some classes and courses popping and bubbling and sexy, new, yummy, juicy stuff. So make sure that you change all of the website information. It's just Clarity with Sue, and it's claritywithsue.com. If you guys are driving and you want to see us goofing off on YouTube and streaming live on YouTube, you can do that. All you got to do is go to YouTube and type in 1150 AM, KKNW. We have Benny, aka Superman, the producer extraordinaire. Thank you, Sir Benny.
Hi, good morning, Sue.
Good morning. You're wearing the Cougars hat.
I am. Go Cougs all day, every day.
All day, every day. Yes. 2 out of the 3 of my girls are fully trenched into that right now.
How are they doing?
They're doing good. Yeah. Madison's last year. And Morgan, I know. I do remember transfer from Cal Poly to WSU because of the credits and the systems. She's got a couple extra things that she's got to do, but she's there.
I remember back when you first started your radio, tenure here at the mighty KKNW, like their total combined age probably was within the teenage years, but they were so adorable and they continue being lovely ladies, and congratulations still to you and raising some amazing kids there. So
Thank you, sweetheart. I miss them. I'm totally empty nester. It's a double-edged sword. It's weird, Benny.
Can we like Zoom a Zoom day with them? Do like a family day?
They don't want anything to do with me. They don't. Unless I drive there and say, let's go to get groceries. Let's go and have dinner. Then let's go shopping. Then they want something to do with me.
Yeah, you got to bribe them. I get it. Okay, that's cool. All right.
Come on, we were all there. We're all in our 20s. Come on. Mom, Dad, ew.
Very true. Very true. All right.
My girls, they're women. They're spreading their wings. But it has been a different journey for sure. Okay, so we have got a really juicy show today. I mean, we always do. And we are going to get Hilary on in just a few minutes. And it's Hilary DeCesare. And she was actually on The Secret Millionaire season 3. But even more than that, she is a transitional coach, and we're going to bring her on in just a couple minutes. I want to remind all of you of how to get a hold of me, what I'm doing, where I'm going, all this crazy, yummy stuff. Again, the new website, it's claritywithsue.com. We are just now getting ready as of February. My team and I have been behind the scenes recreating, reclaiming, redoing the online craziness to clarity system, especially after everything that's been going on in the world. We wanted to kind of redevelop and just really sit with you personally and have that conversation with you and to teach you. And just like myself, I mean, I've been doing this, and Benny, I alluded to this, I think one of the other shows. I thought back when my first not paid coaching client, and it was a neighbor and a frantic mom with a frantic baby, and I was 8 years old, and I helped to self-regulate this poor gal and the baby. So I've been doing it since I've been 8. Now, mind you, I've had my own trials and tribulations and lessons and all that good stuff and all those adjectives to describe. And I've been walking the talk for years. I've been in personal development for well over 30 years. Well, now I'm aging myself. So I'll just say 30 years or something. I've been in business Benny, I tried to think when I started with live radio. Has it been 12, 13, 14? I'd have to go back and actually look when I first launched originally, because the kids were babies.
Yeah, the only way I could probably figure that out is through just photos that we took over the years with me in like my Superman outfit. That might have been around.
Oh my gosh. Right? And the studio was the other way around too.
Yeah, we were facing the opposite direction. Our furniture was switched around. So, I mean, my boys were born in 2010.
And it was before that, sorry,
2011. I should remember that. They just had their birthday. So it was around a two years of that too. So yeah, I mean, give me a minute while you're interviewing our guest who is on her way. She hasn't quite arrived yet.
Oh, not a problem. Okay, yeah, but
we'll
I
figure
just,
it out. Yeah, we'll figure it out.
yeah, it's been years, you guys. And I bring these guests and myself and the teaching and the education. So I bring this platform, this live radio, and then it turns over to the podcast world. I bring all of this for us, meaning us, myself. I walk the talk. I create and invite guests that not only you have asked me to do, but also that I find intriguing, and it's paramount that we have the conversation. Everything I talk about and the education that we bring to the table, it is about new thoughts, new ideas, a new you. It's about reclaiming, redesigning, rediscovering who you are. And anything and everything, you guys know this by now, everything that I teach, it has to start with awareness. Because if you're in denial, if your head's in the sand, God love you, babe. You go ahead and keep doing you. I've been there. It's not a real healthy atmosphere, you know? So I'm just here to say, we've got the tips, we've got the tools, not only for my radio show. I want you to stand in your authentic, genuine personal power. That's what this is about. I know for myself, and my biggest, deepest why is that those are my big anchor words, authentic and genuine, right? And being authentic and genuine for myself and for those people around me. And yes, do I get triggered? Yes. And again, triggers are all on me. They are my things, my experiences, my past, and I get that. However, I still have all these great tools that I have acquired over the 20, 30 years of research and development, coaching, my own company, and incredible thought leaders that I have had the privilege to be interviewing for years. And they work and they're sustainable. That's the biggest thing. I wanted to find real life, real time, sustainable tools. I'm sorry, Benny, do you hear Levi?
Yes, I do. What is that?
Levi.
Oh, is Levi what's he growling at?
I'm sure there's a dog or somebody out front, a neighbor. Do you want me to show you?
Yeah, I mean, might as well show our viewers.
Okay. Can you see him? Levi?
What's up, buddy? He's like, I've had enough of you.
Oh, Levi, stop. Thank you. He's like, I got to protect mom. So that's the life of an entrepreneur right there, doing live radio.
I love that. That's great.
Levi, come here. Levi, come.
He's protecting you, though. He can't leave his post.
Come here. There we go. Good boy. Thank you. Yeah, so there he's going to go right back up again. So you're going to hear growling. That's all right. It is what it is. Okay, so back to Clarity with Sue. What I'm doing, how I am facilitating change for all of you. Yes, reclaim yourself, redesign, rediscover. It's you. It's just 2.0. And I say that with love because I know when I was in that transition, it was scary. The transition being, I didn't know who I was, what I was doing, what love felt like. How do I love myself? How do I even redesign what that love looks like, feels like? I literally had to go and look up the word LOVE because I truly didn't have the legs to stand on within myself, that self-confidence, that energy, that vitality. And I go back to those big anchor words, buzzwords. Can you hear it, Levi? I'm really having a good conversation here, Levi. Can you stop growling? All right, to the radio world, I'm doing live radio from my home office, and I've got my little Levi protecting me here. So going back to creating the life that you've always wanted, I know that that was something that I really, really desired within my life. And I've had hiccups, I've had hurdles, I have had valleys, I have had mountains, all of the above. So I've walked the talk. And this isn't to diminish anything that you have gone through. I have gone through a lot. And I say that because I can really have a conversation with you with quite a bit of empathy and compassion of understanding where you're at, where you're coming from. Now, granted, all of these tools and these thought leaders and these incredible thought leaders and peeps around the world, we can teach and we can educate and we can present all of these great tools, tips, and information to you, right? The biggest guarantee for your change is your responsibility and your accountability. You have to have that awareness, like I was talking about at the beginning. You have to have that awareness versus denial. And I'm speaking because I've done it. I know, and there's still aspects of my life that I still go unconscious. So have grace and love for yourself. You know, the CCs in life, I talk about that. That's one of the great tools that I've found for myself. It was a total download. It's just the CCs in life. Have compassionate curiosity for yourself and others. Why? Because come from a curiosity position. Get really curious of the conversation. Get really curious of why you're reacting that way. Get really curious of how you are reacting, what that looks like, and if you want to change. And then have compassion for that spot, that energy, that time, that education, that, you know, be compassionate in that dance of engagement and conversation. And it just, there's so much that happens. One, you're leading by example. You're having a conversation with the other person and maybe they're being triggered, but you're still holding steady of compassion and self-care and love and confidence and joy and vitality. Who doesn't want any of that? And honestly and authentically and genuinely being who you are. Now, when I say that, and I know for myself, I'm like, well, I don't even know who the heck or what that even looks like to me. Well, that's where I come in. And that's the clarity aspect. That's the education. That's the radio interviews. That's my online program, the Craziness to Clarity online program. All real-time, real-life self-regulating tools to provide, to reclaim, to teach you, to show you how to rediscover and redesign the life and lifestyle that you have always desired. And I tell you that because I am walking the talk, you guys. It's so much value. And yes, there's simple, easy, applicable tools, but you've got to take accountability and responsibility to make it all happen. So with that, I want to encourage you guys to go to my website again, go to www.claritywithsue.com, and we are going to do the Craziness to Clarity online program. And of course, my coaching package as well. And we'll get you to energy and vitality and confidence and love and all that juicy, yummy stuff. All right, you guys. We have got a wonderful guest here. Hi.
Hello, Sue. This is awesome. Okay. Nicely done, team. This is
Yeah.
High five right there.
Yeah, very cool. I love it. This is so exciting to be part of your show today.
Thank you. I am so excited to have you here, sweetheart. So welcome aboard.
Thank you.
All right. Form a bio, and it's Hilary DeCesare.
Uh-huh.
See, Benny, look at that.
Again, well done.
So background, Hilary, I have this thing with names. Even though I rehearse them, I go to the videos, I listen to them, and Benny's like, Sue, do you got the last name? And I'm like, and I say it. Then as soon as I get on air, it goes blah, blah, blah. There's abracadabra.
You're gonna have a Caesar salad today, girl.
Exactly. Just Caesar salad. Whoop, whoop. We all are. We're mixing it up.
I love you.
I love it. All right. Hey, it's the Gratitude Cafe, right? All right. So Hilary DeCesare, I love this, is an award-winning entrepreneur, transformational neuro certified coach, CEO of the ReLaunch Co, featured speaker in Silicon Valley and conferences nationwide, as well as a relentless philanthropist, which we're going to have a conversation because I saw you on that little show, a little snippet video, and how incredible, moving, and emotional, because we're going to have to dive into that because that's of service and beautiful. As seen on the ABC show Secret Millionaire. Oh, welcome, Hilary.
Sue, thank you.
You're welcome.
And a happy day to you. And how grateful I am that this all worked out. Go team.
Go team. It is what it is. It's all beautiful. So I can do the formal bio, love, but I really want to get to know you. My audience wants to get to know you and feel your energy, hear you, your why, where this all started, right? The why.
It's all about the why, right? It's not all about the base, although your guys may think
all about the base.
It's all about the why. It's all about the why. So here's your guys are probably like, oh my gosh.
Oh no, this is totally us. This is totally us. Go with
Okay.
it. Yes.
So here is the thing. I really believe that through all of the tribulations of life, the craziness that happens to all of us, I call them relaunches. That's my company, the ReLaunch Co. You know, you lose people in your life that matter. You get sick. You have kids that have situations. You have family situation dynamics change, divorces, and all that. And as I'm sitting here, I'm thinking like, okay, check, 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 all the boxes, right? And eventually, eventually you realize that you're in your mid zone, you're in your midlife. And by the way, midlife is anywhere, defined these days as anywhere from 35 to almost 60. Because
really?
Yeah, it's crazy, crazy. So many of you might be falling into the mid zone and you didn't even know it. But what happens is you have situations like pandemics, like things that just all of a sudden throw yet another curveball at you, yet another big thing that's on the plate. And sometimes we feel like, oh my God, I cannot take another thing. I can't handle anything more. And so what happened with me is that I felt like, I had that kind of the rocket of, success, and then I'd have the pull it back, and then I'd have the rocket relationship and pull it back. And then I'd have it was like, can I please get off this freaking rocket that's going up and down and up and down? And can I actually get into space and just float? Like, I just want to be.
Just want to be.
I just want
the universe, one with the universe, right?
Right. And it was kind of the last straw when my wonderful mom passed away after a 14-month battle of cancer. It was sudden. It was unexpected. The women in my family lived well into their hundreds, every single one of them. So it was something that we just took for granted. And it was after my milestone birthday. We had just gone up to our cabin at Silver Lake, and it's called Silver Lake for a reason. The way the light shines on it reflects. And it was this wonderful 3-day weekend with family and friends. And we did the 7-mile hike around the lake. And not even 4 days later, I got the call from my mom, and it was a different tone in her voice. And it was just this heart-wrenching. They found 13 lesions in my liver. And I'm like, no, I remember the guttural, I had already gone through melanoma. So I was aware of situations like this, but I'm like, what? Not my mom, not my 77-year-old mom who's going to live to 107. And it was at that moment that I felt like, how in the Matrix, and I'm watching the most recent one right now. we couldn't get through the whole one last night because my husband fell asleep in it. I'm like, what? But it was one of those moments that, all the things that your reality and, what you think to be true, they just collide. And it's like, no. And so from there, my why became my core existence, my core to what I wake up for every single day. I look at like an athletic trainer and how they always say, you got to get to the core. Well, the core is inside of you, that core that you're talking about. And what I believe is that your inner being needs to be built up for resilience, for bounce backs, for new relaunches. And we try to avoid going down deep into that foundational level because it sucks. It sucks to be there. And so we try to bypass it. We try to be really visible, right? Everyone says, get out there, be visible. But in reality, you need to be invisible for a little bit. Build up that core of, I call it the 3HQ, the head, the heart, the higher self. And it's based off of IQ in the 60s, 70s, and 80s. And then EQ came to be in the 90s. And now there might even be a little S,
else, right?
Like spiritual quotient. I mean, there's all these different things. The bottom line is You know what? We got to get out of our heads these days, into our heart, have that connection. When you get that, then and only then can you be who you really are supposed to be and hit that why.
Get that why, baby.
Mm.
There's got to be like a disco song. I know, Benny, bear with me, because I just I don't know why I'm going into a complete disco rampage.
I think it's because it's all about the why.
Bass and get jiggy with it. Benny's like, what music do you want to play? I'm like, get jiggy with it, because it makes me giggle and laugh, and it's going into the in and the why, right? And
come on, this is serious stuff, and there has to be levity to it. There has to be.
And you got to release the good hormones and the juicy, yummy stuff and feeling yourself and that elevated emotion. It's the juicy stuff, Hilary.
Yes, I love it. I love, like, I'm thinking of that song. Like, at first I was, afraid. I was petrified. I live without you by my side. And then I spent so much. And then it goes into, I will survive.
Oh, you know Betty's going to cue something.
We will survive and we will thrive.
Yes, we will survive. We will
Bam.
thrive.
There's the mic drop.
Yeah, done. Okay, bye. See you later, Hilary. Off we go. Wonderful. Okay. Well, I'm going to ask anyways, because I love this conversation of being of service. You can't hear me, Benny? She can't hear me, love.
No, we still got everybody.
Ooh, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Are you on mute?
No. What if we just lost her temporarily?
Okay. That's all right, babe. We can shoot for a commercial.
Can you hear me?
How about now?
Go to a commercial really quick.
Hear you.
Oh, well, let's do this. Yeah, let's take a little.
Yeah, we'll go to a commercial and then we'll come back.
Maybe it was my singing.
Oh,
was it? All right, guys.
Maybe it was my singing.
Well, no, we'll worry about it later. We're going to go to a quick commercial break. We are still going to be live on YouTube. So Hilary, just FYI on that. So Radio World, we will be right back. Give us about 3 minutes. We'll get everything figured out. If you would like to join us over on YouTube, please do that. Go to YouTube and just type in 1150 AM. We are having some Caesar salad with Hilary today. We're talking about our why. We're talking about transformation. We're talking about core, the values, and loving on you. Sue Lundquist here with the Gratitude Cafe. We'll be right back.
Cool. All clear. So, Hilary, do we have you back?
Hey guys,
can hear you. Yes.
This keeps as soon as it keeps taking me to 0.
Okay.
Do you want to log off and log back on again? I'll entertain the YouTube.
Oh, whatever you just did. Like,
I didn't do anything.
Oh, it's so weird. It was going like from full volume to no volume. Full volume.
Huh.
Who knows?
It's okay now though.
Yeah, this is kind of like
that was all mom messing with the control.
Yeah, this is one of those good shows.
Oh, it is a good show, sister.
And my mom's name was Judy, and we called her Juju Bean. I'm feeling the juju here.
Oh, there's a lot of juju. There's a lot of juju for sure. I love it. All right, so we are live on YouTube where we've got about a 3-minute commercial, and we're going to end the show. It's a full hour show because I want to get into the juiciness and the life and the whys of all of it. Can you still hear us?
It's doing that weird thing again.
Why don't you log off and log back on?
Will do.
Yeah, we'll do that, and I'll entertain
you
YouTube for a bit.
Yeah.
All right, guys. So reclaiming the essence of you. I was talking earlier at the top of the show that authentic and genuine. Those are big anchor words for me. Ask yourself when I present these questions or these comments, these teaching tools with you. Ask yourself. If I'm giving you an inspirational quote or affirmations, ask yourself if it's something that's really authentic and genuine. Make it a question. Ask if it's important to you. So find out if it's authentic and genuine to you. Miss Hilary, are we back? Lovely.
We are. I was saying after all my singing, maybe it took me right off. I think that maybe it was Benny. Benny, was it you that did this to me?
No.
Is it like a bad karaoke show and you gave me
I love bad karaoke because I'm part of bad karaoke.
That's a hook right there. I felt it.
It's the best. How do you know I want to keep watching?
Oh, I love it. So where are we at on the commercial market?
35 seconds.
Okay. So we'll just
Yeah, I always look at karaoke. It's like they're either really, really bad or really, really good. If you like just mix in with the rest of it, it's just in the background. Like, anyone can get along with any song, but those are the best.
Yeah, no.
Mhm.
You don't want me doing karaoke. Mm-mm.
Just
I
give
don't
me a
want me doing
wireless mic.
karaoke.
That's all I
You
need. Just
guys,
wireless mic.
it's still doing that funk thing.
Really? Is there like maybe a button that's toggled down to like adjust things?
Or headphones or something
Yeah.
you plug in. Okay, spirits.
Can you guys hear me?
Yep.
Yeah, we still got you.
We still got you. Spirits.
You can hear me now.
We need
Mhm.
efficient energy so we can hear Hilary.
Yeah. Can you hear me now?
Yes, we can hear you now.
Okay.
So if it does it, you have the phone number. Just call. I can hear it clicking too. I think it's automatically doing it, right?
Well, yeah. Wait, but I think that's my Slack, so I can help with that one. All right.
Okay.
Got
If
Yeah.
it continues, you have the number to the station. Just call me if that's cool.
it. I got it.
Right?
I got it. Soon.
Okay.
We
Let's
got
bring it back on.
This, babe. We got this.
Pieces of my broken heart, and I've been oh so many nights.
Oh, yes! Thank you. Welcome back.
It's Benny, right? Because I might just bust into Benny and the Jet.
Jet set. Oh, I love it.
Now that
Oh my gosh.
which is funny because that actually takes me back to Silver Lake,
Of course it does.
where
Okay.
we had the 8-track tape in our boat, and
Nice.
we ended up, like, no joke, I was on the lake singing those songs.
Okay, there's a reason this whole conversation's coming up. You know that, right? Yeah, I mean, that's beautiful. Very proud of you. She loves you, all of that. Anyways, yeah, because we do live reading. Jujubee! Jujubee!
Could this be any better? For those that didn't hear, my mom's name was Judy, and we called her Juju Bean, and we've got the juge going right now.
Lots of juju. The juicy stuff, the juiciness. I love it.
We may not get to anything of relevance, but we are digging it right now.
I'm like, welcome back to the Gratitude Cafe. We're going to get to some really solid value, but you know what we're doing? Yeah, I know. Cheers.
I wish it were, right? Right
Right.
now it's a little morning hour, so I'm having my tea. My
Yeah.
tea is Mama Bear. Little
Oh,
Mama
I
Bear
love
stuff.
it. Mama
I'm
juice.
good.
So, yeah. So on the bottom of all of my cups, because I do like with radio and stuff, I write, I love you. So every time.
I love that. I need to.
Yeah, I
teach
can't.
you-
It's really full right now. So it'd spill all over me. And then that
I
would
need to
be
teach
home.
you the morning mantra that I have all my clients go through.
Let's do that right now.
Okay, let's do it, girl. All right. So for those that can't see, if you're not on YouTube or if you're not streaming this somewhere else, what you do is, this is all about, and let me just set the stage, that I believe that so many people, we hear out in the media, you got to love yourself, love your life, love your job, love, 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 love. And I think it's tough for a lot of us.
Yep.
And a lot of times we have that self-sabotage thing going behind the scenes.
The drunk monkey.
Yeah. And here's the thing, you can't go from that hate talk to the love talk. So I like to take you up the chain, and you go from that self-sabotage to liking yourself so that you can love yourself. Yes. And in order to do that, it takes time. It's a habit to create this. It's a new way of being. So what I like to do is encourage people to stand in front, and literally everyone, this can take less than 5 seconds. I'm not going to be doing some big thing, but you look in the mirror and you really connect with your eyes. You connect with all those little girls, all those little boys that have been present inside of you throughout time that make you who you are. Okay, so this is your connection. And you literally look in your eyes and you say, and so you would say, Sue, you'd say, I love you, Sue. And then here's the key. After you say, I love you, Sue, and you really say it genuinely, you say this, it's a way of being. So you want to be like, be me, be me, because all those little girls inside of you, Sue, be me, do me, have me back. And then you want to say, I love me. And here's the key. You put your hands together in a heart, and then you open it up and you say, I love me. I love me. I love me. And you're opening it up to your higher self, to your better self. So it is, I love in your name. So I love you, Sue. Be me, do me, have me back. I love me. I love me. I love me. And that will start your day. That will start your journey. That gives you something to be thinking about throughout the day. And let me just say, in 7 days, not even a week, you do that. You connect with those little girls, those little boys inside of you that grew up, whether they were teenagers, the rebellious ones, whatever happened. It all comes together and you are well on your way to getting to your higher self, which means you're at a higher level to appreciate gratitude, right? Because love, as we know, is above 500 in the energy vibration scale, and gratitude is above 500 on the energy vibration scale. So they're kind of mixed right there, that the more love you give, then you start to give, you're giving yourself love. You're grateful for who you are. You're grateful for those little girls inside of you. And then you start your gratitude journey.
Yes, yes, and yes. And for those of you going, I don't know that I'm ready for it. When you are saying that, this is the perfect time for you to be doing this. Hands down.
So true.
So true. I remember as a little girl, and I love this. I'm absolutely going to do this. I was also reading Mel Robbins' latest book and the whole high five thing and the science behind that. It's similar to exactly what you're doing, so there's the high five and an audience, you know me, it's simple, practical, real-time, real life tools to help self-love, self-regulate, bring in that confidence. So Hilary just gave you a great tool.
And if you're really opposed to anything and it's like, I don't know what she just said, all you need to do 3 times in the mirror, I love me. I love me. And you put your hands together in that heart shape, open it up, keep your thumbs together because you're opening up.
Oh, got you. Opening up. Gotcha.
You're opening up like a cup, like you're in the gratitude.
Fill it up.
Fill up your cup today. Fill up you, right? Because the more you can fill yourself up, then that just seeps over and you end up filling up other people as well.
Hilary, it's the juicy stuff again.
I love it.
Fill up the cup, my lovely friends. Again, let me go back to that, the naysayers and that little drunk monkey that could be coming up and say, well, I don't know what love was. And before you came on, I was talking about my transition and my journey into all this self-discovery and reclaiming myself and self-love. Hilary, I literally had to go and look and see what love, how that was defined in the dictionary, and then to research that because I didn't have the foundation to stand on to really even my big buzzwords to anchor me in are authentic and genuine. Is this authentic and genuine? Is this true to me? Right. And where I'm going with this is to remind the audience and ask them to really dive into this tool. It's a simple tool and it is going to change. It's going to change your neurobiology. It's going to change your chemistry. It's going to change all those beautiful hormones in your body. It's going to release all these beautiful little juicy hormones again in your body, and the energy and the frequency that's going to start buzzing around you. It's going to bring all these beautiful things to you, not only self-love and confidence, but miracles. And, it's the juicy stuff, the juicy stuff.
It's the juicy. And here's the thing, when you start to do this, you know how people are throwing around manifestation like crazy these days. So when you think about manifestation, what if what we're saying allows you to be a magnet for it? It really just draws it in. So you don't need to be concerned about what it is. It will just start happening, because that's the greatest part about energy, that when you're operating at that low energy level, which, we're in fear right now of a lot of different things in the world, But if you understand that that's low vibration, which means, you want that great relationship, you want, all these amazing things in your life, but you can't get those if you're operating at the lower level.
Yeah. And when let me preface that by saying, guys, it is a lower level, but not that it's any bigger, better, or greater. I mean, you are where you are. That's okay. And again, my buzzword, I teach about the CCs in life. Have compassionate and curiosity for your life, where you're at, who you're talking to, because it changes the frequency. Go ahead, Hilary.
You're spot on. It totally does. And your point is so valid that don't try, as I said, to jump from, hey, I'm really dissatisfied right now with a lot of areas of my life. I am in that like crappy, mood. I am in that. Try doing the little things, right? Like the thing, I love me, I love me, I love me. Because what happens is if you continue to do it, remember that, neuroscience, your subconscious doesn't know the difference between what is reality, factual, and what you believe reality and facts are. That's the thing. So if you're speaking it or thinking it, your subconscious is like, I'm going to deliver exactly what you're putting out there.
Yes.
That's what it does. Keeps you safe. It keeps you familiar. Let me just give you what you need.
No. And guys, remember, it's just your nervous system. Really. It's just, and it's the simplicity of it. It's just that nervous system going tap, tap, tap right there on your shoulder going, no, we're going to keep you right here. Because I know this. It's the nervous system. It's based on past fears, past expectation, past lack, all of that baggage that you've been carrying on. Just remember that when you're in that moment, and do the tool that Hilary was just giving you about connecting to yourself. I love that. I love that. It's going to, I know how powerful that is. It's beautiful. And also remember, have that conversation with yourself. And of course, the CCs in life, compassionate curiosity, but get into that different state of mind. And Hilary, I think you would also agree, don't throw out words to you that are kind of BS-y. Your nervous system, the whole body, the chemistry is going to know. You're going to be like, yeah, I call the flag on that. That doesn't feel right. That's not authentic and genuine. So find the language that is authentic and genuine for you and build on that. Again, just like Hilary was talking about, it's a muscle you got to keep, and it's a lifestyle. It's a habituation. It's the new habituation that you want to grow into, right?
Right. And I do have to say though, that I have seen people that day one are like, this feels horrible. Like, I do not believe it. I do not like this. I feel like I'm lying to myself. And by the 7th day, if you keep up the habit, it's like all of a sudden you're like, wait a second, because at some point in your life, you had that internal love for yourself. The problem is that through your parents, through friends, through teachers, through situations, through environmental situations as well, things changed. And so you're tapping back in. So when you're saying, I love me, go to the core of who you are. And you know what? Even if it's like the teeniest little, like, it's like that flicker. It's like, whoop, it's kind of like flickered out, but it's still there. It's like when you go to light the stove, right?
Yes.
And we up at Silver Lake, funny, I'm talking about this. You have to always use the lighter in order to get the thing going. It never works with the lighter switch. And so I kind of look at it like that. You're putting in your own lighter. You're just saying, hey, I'm going to spark that little spark up again. I'm going to make it happen. And then you all know what happens when, there's that one spark that can just ignite. And I have this thing where, much like your C's, it's just like, hey, think about it from this perspective. First, you want to fire, then rewire, then inspire. And so when you fire, you're firing up that inner, like, okay, I know it was once there. It's invisible, but we're going to eventually get it to be visible. But it's, Then you look at the rewiring, which is this, continuous, just saying this to yourself in the morning. You're rewiring. What you're really doing is putting out a new affirmation. You're affirming what you really want in the future. And what you really want in the future is knowing what we all know now about energy. We want to be at a higher level energy so we can bring in more of the good stuff, more of what's important to us, more of what successful lifestyle to you really means. And then inspire goes to what you talk about all the time. And I see choose love and trust behind you. It's like, it's the gratitude. It's inspiring that once you realize like you have everything you need, the universe doesn't sit out, isn't like hand picking like, oh, Betty's going to have this, but Ann's not. And, oh, Debbie's going to be super successful here, but no, I'm going to hold back on Emily. It's not that way. We all have it. It's just what's going on, inside. We have to start somewhere. And for those that are already like, hey, I'm like manifesting like crazy. Things are going for me. Law of attraction. I get it. Awesome. Take it up a notch. Take it up a notch. Why stop? Why not continue? I feel like my whole big thing is, with ReLaunch is that it's a continuous journey. It is like growth is part of how you reach that higher self, your authentic self, because it's just constantly wanting, we're here for such a short amount of time on this planet. Let's get the most out of it, but let's not waste time. And even, I mentioned this to you, I've got a podcast called The Silver Lined Relaunch. Every person who's had a significant relaunch, and I'm talking about people that have ended up in like a body bag, being zipped up at a horrific accident, only to end up living to tell about it. I've had people that have lost limbs, lost children, lost parents, had terrible sicknesses. And not one of the people that I've ever interviewed, when I asked them, would you change a thing? Did they ever say, no, they never have said, yeah, I'd change it. We're talking like molestations. We're talking everything. It's like, they are who they are because of the things that they've been able to get through.
Resilience, brothers and sisters, resilience. And that's what this is all about. Yes, we come into our life and our soul's journey, and we have the hurdles of life, right? Adjective to describe, meaning that could be fear, that could be happiness, that could be joy, that could be triumph, whatever that is, it's still an experience to build from and to create that transformation. I love what you were saying earlier, Hilary, about, all right, for those that you're on it, you're firing, let's fire it up some more. Let's stoke that fire. Let's bring some more. And I love it because, and they're setting that example for other people around them. It's like Sally Field. Ooh, I want what she's having, right?
Oh no, he's left us.
He had to go run and do a commercial.
Benny didn't hear what we just said, or we'd have to go into
He'll come back. I know he's listening. He had to go run and do a commercial.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, but right, I want what she's having, and but for me. And for me, you totally can. Hilary, this whole year, well, it's been last year and this year, the whole theme of you have permission. Do it.
Yeah. So can
Shiitake mushroom, do it.
So can I throw in something?
Yes.
That I'm writing a book. It's going to be out in May. And so I am deep into no weekends. I write all weekend. And something came to me this last weekend, and it will be in the book. Did you know that Sheryl Sandberg wrote Lean In? How many years ago do you think she wrote that?
I have no idea.
9. It's almost been 10 years.
No, it has not.
Yes, it's almost been 10 years. And I thought, as I was, looking at, and I told you about EQ to IQ and this evolution in 3HQ, I started to think about like in today's world, it's not about leaning in anymore, being, at the table. It's about the relaunch. It literally is about your great relaunch, what you are going to do to make it your own, as you just said, It's not about like everybody is being given the opportunity to no longer be one of the many. You can now be that individual that like, hey, this is what I need now. We've had a complete reset, right? We've all hit that red button. We've slammed the big red button, reset. And now it's up to you to figure out like, what is next for you? What is it? What will light you up? You know, you think about a rocket ship, you think about the platform, you think about the launch pad. You are on the most incredible launch pad you could ever have right now with your business, with getting it to the next level. Maybe you're launching a new, you know, out of a side hustle. Maybe you're in corporate and you're moving over and you're now starting a new business there. Or you're like, hey, I'm coming out of this now. I have a new relaunch in the business and I want to scale it. This is all going back to get to the core. Get to the core of your lead generation, get to the core of your marketing, your conversion, your money, your leadership, all of these things. But it really does start, it starts 100% with your internal core, internal. This is so, it is the foundation.
Your book. Oh, you're going to have to come back on.
Oh God, it's going to be like, I feel like I'm exposing myself.
You do. It's another baby. You do.
It
You
is.
completely do.
And I've got three kids and 2 stepkids. And I'm like, why does this one feel so much rawer? Why is this one like so much more of an emotional journey? I'm like, oh my goodness. But you know,
cathartic and beautiful. And to be able to stand in the rink. Thank you. Stand in the rink and show yourself. I get it, sister. I'm walking the talk myself. So I know. And thank you for doing that. I want to remind everybody, get all that information about Hilary, her relaunch, the programming, go to claritywithsue.com. All that information is going to be there, of course, on all the social media platforms with Clarity with Sue and claritywithsue.com as well. Hilary, I'm super excited to hear about this book. I'm totally formally inviting you back on if that's something that is aligned with you.
Can I come on every week with you? I love it.
I'm feeling it. It's the good juju. Thank you, juju.
Totally working here.
I know. I love it. Well, Hilary, we've got just about 4 more minutes or something like that. What would you like to, well, I'd like to know what you're thankful for. And then I'd like you to kind of wrap this all up in a pretty bow.
Yeah. So I would say when I wake up in the morning and we've talked about my why, and I really strongly implore all of you when you're going through a relaunch, and it can be a mini relaunch, it could be a mega relaunch, right? But be aware of what's really going on. And I was a victim of hell in the hallway. I put everything behind doors, didn't want to deal with it. Shut that door, shut that door, shut that door. Through the book, the doors are being like blown open, not even like gently, like, not gently, opening up on a little crack. Right. Sue's doing the, opening up the heart. I'm telling you. And so I have to say it was a tough slog. I mean, it's been tears flowing down, not even realizing how much had been like closed off. But I feel this lightness. I feel, oh my gosh, if I can just share that with people that, what is this pathway to get to the love? It's be open. You don't have to write a book. You don't have to share it with the world. Like I'm still like biting my nails. My nails are very short these days, but you don't have to do that, but you do have to be honest with yourself. And when you do that, as I've seen hundreds, if not thousands of times, I've been doing this stuff for over 20 years, coaching and, being like involved in the neuroscience, psychology, all of this. I love it. Yet I wasn't doing all that needed to be done. And it was a terrible situation that happened that kind of woke me up. And now that I've done it, I'm like, this has to be out there. The message of like, you got to start somewhere. Small step. If you do one small step every day. Poquito. Little teeny. And guess what? Compound interest. We talk about finances all the time. at the ReLaunch Co. And this is something that as a businesswoman, we have to understand. Yet again, a lot of times people put that behind the closed door because, oh my God, I've never been good with numbers. I've never been good. But imagine compound interest. If you do one thing, one small little thing to get to where you want to go, it's not 365% better at the end of the year. It's multitudes. It's like, oh my gosh, that's why wake up tomorrow and do this. Wake up tomorrow. I love me. Boom.
I love me. Bum, bum, bum. Where's that song? I love me.
I know.
I love that song.
Something like that.
Yeah. I love it. Shake it up. You have permission. Hilary is coming out with another baby. What'd you say? Is it number 6? You've got human babies. And now you've got this one. And of course, the relaunch of the book and yourself and cathartic. Oh my goodness.
So
how
good.
Beautiful. What was that, Benny? Oh, no, I thought I heard you say something. Okay. If you want more information, do you want to relaunch? Do you want to reclaim all that good juju and juiciness within your life? It's lifestyle. Remember, it's a habituation. And if you're spinning your wheels and you're kind of in the Eeyore syndrome, I call it, or the negative Nelly, the drunk monkey, your body's addicted to a chemical that's being released to keep you trapped in the nervous system of where you're at. It's an habituation. And if you're thinking, oh my God, Sue, what do you mean I'm addicted to my chemicals? There's a whole batch of science behind all of that. And I just lightly sprinkle that in there because there's a big conversation that we're having and Hilary is providing you. There's going to be that squeaky wheel now that you've had the conversation. Now that we have had the awareness and we're showing you something different, we're also flat out giving you a whole lot of permission to be you, love you. And yeah, so we've got 2 minutes, love. What are you thankful for?
Oh, I'm thankful for, most of the time when I go to bed, I always do my 3 things that I'm really grateful for the day. And then I look forward to tomorrow. And I have to say, I hit the jackpot with my kids, my husband, second marriage. So for those out there that don't think it's possible, it is. All
right.
Relaunch love, babies.
Relaunch love. My aligned alpha is buzzing around somewhere.
Yeah.
Aligned alpha, baby.
And what I'm thankful for the most is there's not a day that goes by that I don't get something from somebody that says, hey, I'm in the process of a relaunch and you started me on that journey. And so, yeah, for those that, it is relaunch now. This is the time.
This is it. And Hilary is going to get you there. Go to claritywithsue.com. Get all the information. You know where to find me on social media. Of course, on YouTube, you can see us live goofing around behind the scenes. I love you guys. Hilary, I'm thankful for this exchange, this energy, and bringing Juju to the show as well. Thank you.
Oh my God. I was going to say, and I love you, Sue. And Betty, you're not that bad either.
Aw, thanks.
And I'm officially inviting you. I want to see that next baby. Come to the show. Let's dance. Let's engage. Let's educate.
Done.
Bring it. All right, you guys. I love you. Hilary, thank you so much. Stay tuned just a second. All right, to the audience and everybody, I love you. Go to claritywithsue.com. I'll get you all the information. And until next time, each of you are a gift. Get out there and share yourself with the world.